Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the 4th episode of the audio tutorials that I'm doing here on my WickieMedia channel on YouTube. In this episode I'm going to take a look at sidechain compression, I'm going to take a look at parallel compression, and I'm going to take a look at multi-band compressors. I'm going to start with the sidechain, and what I've got lined up right here is these two tracks. I've got one with the bass line on it and one with drums on it. I'll show you the bass, which is just really long stretched tone so you can really hear the effect of the sidechain well. That's the tone, and then I've got the drum track, which is that. So these are the two tracks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a compressor and insert that onto the bass track. I'm going to enable that. I already had it inserted. What I need to do is I need to activate the sidechain on this compressor. So if I click on this, that's how it works in Cubase. And what this does is this enables other tracks to be sent to the key input of this compressor. So if I now scroll to the drum track and go to the sends, you can see if I go to the list, I've got the sidechain bass insert 1 compressor, which is this compressor on the bass, as a destination for this send. So now I'm sending the drum track to this compressor. That's how that works. So now if I enable the compressor, it's on, and if I play both of the tracks, first I'll play the bass without the compressor on it. I'll just bypass the effect. And now. So now it's a little bit more audible. You can hear the drums a little bit more up front. The attack, the hold, and the release are relatively short. There's no hold time at all. The release is really fast. So what that does is it really takes the peaks of the track right here of the drums and compresses that basically out of the bass. So you would actually be able to visualize some gaps here. Let me just increase this hold time and vary that over time so you can hear what happens. It stays in the compression a lot longer because this compressor has a hold function, which means stay compressed for so many milliseconds. Then I've got the release. I can actually increase the release as well, so you get more of a fade in type of bass. Something like that. And if I would take the attack and make that longer, the compressor is probably not really fast enough to grab these peaks. A lot less compression with a slow attack time. Now I just increase the hold and the release a little bit so I get more of a musical ducking effect on the bass, so it's really getting pushed away. Same goes for voice. Let me just quickly record my own voice and demonstrate how that goes with this same bass. Okay, so what I've done is I've recorded my voice right here. So this is my voice when I'm compressing away the bass line. And this is the bass line without the compressor. I'm just going to put them on both. So this is my voice when I'm compressing away the bass line. You can hear the bass is really dominant. I'm going to turn on the compressor on the bass, make sure that the voice signal is being sent to the key input of that compressor, and let me just open up the compressor right here. So this is my voice when I'm compressing away the bass line. I gave it a little bit of time to release now. So what I've done here is I've got a really fast attack, no hold time, and a really fast release. So what you can hear is in these peaks, in these gaps, you can hear that the compressor starts to scatter, to flubber. So this is my voice when I'm compressing. If I increase the hold or the release time. So this is my voice when I'm compressing away. Still a little bit. So this is my voice when I'm compressing away the bass line. I gave it a little bit of time to release now. Now you can really hear that it stays in the compression during these peaks, so it doesn't jump back to the original dynamics that fast. So what you would see is you would see these chunks being bitten out. Let me just increase the hold, the release, and have a short attack and demonstrate what the bass looks like when it's being compressed by these peaks right here. Okay, so what I've done is I've exported this compressed bass, and I used the fast attack, no hold, and fast release setting, and then you can see that this is the original voice, this is the bass, and this is the compressed bass, this red one right here. And then you can see that especially if I'll just move that up a little bit, every time there's some gaps between the peaks here of the voice, you can see that the compressor jumps back because that release setting is so fast. You can see right here it's jumping back to the original signal, but then it's this peak right here which is making it compressed again, and that gives a really noisy sound. It's not relaxed to listen to because it jumps really fast. Here I can demonstrate what that sounds like in solo. Sounds really annoying and crowded. So for voiceovers over sound, you want to have a longer release setting. So if I go to the settings right here, I just had them all in the fastest settings approximately. So I now increase that, a little bit of longer attack time so it doesn't sound too harsh when it's compressing. I gave it a little bit of a hold time, I think 400 milliseconds, and then a release time. And now I bounce that, and that gives this. And what that does is that whenever this reaches the threshold, it's staying compressed. It should jump back here, but it's got quite a long hold and a long release, so it doesn't really jump back at these points right here. You can see it stays compressed. Here there's no voice, so here it really jumps back to the original signal. You can see really how long the release time takes, so that's quite long here. That's how long it takes to recover basically from that compression. So let me just solo that. So this is really that release part. So this is a lot more interesting when it comes down to vocal. Let me just turn that one back on. So this is my voice when I'm compressing away the bass line. I gave it a little bit of time to release now. That sounds a lot more at ease basically, so it's not that annoying sound. So for voiceovers, a longer release setting is a lot more relaxed to listen to than having that so fast, which gives great interesting musical results whenever you do it with drums and bass or synthesizers and drums, these type of things. But be careful when you do that with voiceovers. Click here to continue with this episode. Then we're going to talk about parallel compression and multiband compression.